So I would talk to you while I was up here on the roof, but the road that runs right here is super loud and it's really windy, so I'm gonna go down and we'll talk. Alright, so in case you're wondering, between the last time I was filming and now, I had a little shaving accident. I was trying to trim my beard, and of course I was rushing, and I didn't have an attachment on the trimmers, and man, just had the wrong angle, and it just dug right down to my chin. I had a good couple inches on my beard, and it just took it right down to the skin, and there was no coming back from it. I feel like I should probably go hide for 6 weeks until I have somewhat of a beard back. But anyway, so today we're working on digging a trench. We're running the electrical tomorrow, and we have to dig a trench that goes all the way from there all the way over there, and we have today to do it. So this one's a team effort. Alright, so we've made it quite a ways, but we still have so far to go. We hit this spot of gravel right here, and it's just taking an obnoxiously long time to get through the gravel. There's like 6 inches of gravel, and then underneath that is it's full of rocks, and I found a lawnmower blade and all kinds of crap. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the idea of convergence. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, what I want to talk about is how all the roads, all the things that have happened to us in the past are bringing us to not just where we are now, but also to where we're headed in the future. And thinking about convergence for us, we've had a lot of stuff happen over the years that just didn't make any sense at the time. And now all of a sudden, it's like, holy crap, I totally understand why that happened. Motorcycle. So I totally understand why that happened. And an example of that is quite a few years ago, way before the kids, we made a really bad financial decision. I cut down to part-time at my job to try to finish college sooner. Long story short, our electricity bill ran up really high, the electricity got shut off, and we couldn't afford to turn it on right away. So we lived an entire summer without electricity. It was pretty intense. We had some flashlights, we went and bought some lanterns. At the time we had a gas burning grill with a burner on it, and we cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner on that thing. We cooked on that thing all the time, cooking eggs on the burner and grilling everything. And our goal at the time was to eat on $5 of food a day. Such a busy road. We're in the country, which is amazing, but such a busy road, so obnoxious. Anyway, so it was a really intense summer. We had to do a lot of crazy things to try to, get by until we can afford to turn the electricity back on. And one of those things was stealing electricity from the apartment complex. There's an electrical plug right outside our door, and I made a box. At this place, everybody would set their trash outside their doors until they were ready to take it to the dumpster. And I made this box that looked like it was gonna be trash, but it was actually hollow with an extension cord running up and through it and into the electrical plug. And so it hid the extension cord that was actually running inside to keep our fridge on. So, oh my god. Oh, that was so ghetto. Anyway, we're now working on this RV that doesn't have much, electricity, and the application of the application of getting by without a lot of electricity, plugging a couple things in and powering just a few things while we work on the bus, we know how to get by on that. Another example is, Ashley was a wedding photographer for 10 years and then just decided to stop. It was a few years after that that I actually discovered that I like photography, and from doing photography I discovered videography, and that's what I really got hooked on, and things just went from there. Around the same time that I discovered photography, Ashley and I had this conversation about how mundane life was and we weren't doing enough of what we liked, and we decided to start traveling more. And at the time, we didn't have the money to do these extravagant, travels or vacations. So we just started traveling Michigan. We started finding the places that were closest to us that we could find. And we discovered some really amazing places. And all of these things are leading up to where we're at now. Me doing photography and videography is eventually going to be the way we pay the bills while we're on the road. The desire to travel, it started out just hopping in our car and driving down to Hocking Hills or going over to Lake Michigan, and now it's turning into hopping in an RV and eventually driving across country to the Rockies. So my point is, all of these things have led up to this moment where everything that we've done, even if we didn't realize that they were connected, well, at the time they weren't connected, but they finally converged on a point in our lives where all of these things that were once separate are now one thing. All of these things that seemed like they weren't connected are all of a sudden starting to be connected, because without each and every one of these things, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing right now. And what we're doing right now, I can already tell that there are some other things that are starting to come together. Down the road, there's going to be another point of convergence where, what we're doing right now comes into alignment with, a few of the other things that we're working on. And that's kind of the whole point of this. And so I guess that's also the point of, of this channel as well. I don't want you guys, if you're watching this, if you've seen some of my previous videos, if you're new to the channel and you've seen some of my most recent ones that are specifically about the RV, the point of this channel isn't specifically RVs. The point of this channel is to never give up on your dreams. That is the entire point. Everything that we're doing right now is moving towards that ultimate goal of taking off. The day that we climb into the bus and hit the road and just start traveling, that's what we're building up for now. And so I really hope that you'll join us along for that journey. I hope that you'll tune in, learn about the RV lifestyle. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. It really makes a big difference. And subscribe if you want to follow us on our journey. We've got a ton of stuff to do between now and the time that we take off. And there's going to be a ton of videos, a ton of content. We're going to do some tutorials, some how-tos. There's going to be some vlog content, kind of like this one. And I really hope that you'll join us. So hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.